Hey everyone, I'm Case Aiken, and this week I would like to talk about another deconstructed female Superman analog of the Shazam-style Captain Marvel variety, Golden Gail from Black Hammer. Now I should note that the Black Hammer series launched with a pretty big mystery, and I don't intend to spoil that here. But anyway, Golden Gail is a nod to the Shazam, Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel style superheroes, down to saying the name of the wizard that gave her powers as her form of activating them. In this case, Zephram. In her powered form, Gail has the usual abilities that you would expect for this type of character. She can fly, she's super strong, she's nigh invulnerable. As far as costumes go, I rather like hers. Now, I am a sucker for any character with a vertical stripe built into their design, but I think it works really well here. I really like the way that her G logo is designed to also kind of look like a lightning bolt. The simple skirt design works perfectly fine for a character who's supposed to be a golden age style female superhero. The cape is what you'd expect, and the domino mask works fine. She has some similarities to Mighty Man or Thunder Girl or other nods to the Big Red Cheese in that the transformed state of the character is forever unchanging. When we meet her, Gail is a 55-year-old woman who became trapped in her powered form as a result of a big battle against an evil god that set the story in motion. Also, the surviving heroes are all trapped in some podunk town ripped straight out of the Twilight Zone, so she is especially put upon. In the series, she's embittered at having her life stripped away from her. She drinks and smokes, but the town just sees her as a little girl doing that. She wants adult relationships, but others balk at this because she appears to be just a child, even to those that know the truth. And that's not to mention that the inhabitants of the town of Rockwood seem to be completely unaware of the world of superheroes that Gail hails from. Gail's bitterness is understandable, however, and this is because she had given up her mission of doing good before the story even began. She started a Captain Marvel-style family to carry on her work, siphoning off her powers. And I need to point out that this includes an animal sidekick, the Golden Goose. Then she retired, but was called back for one last mission when it looked like the world was going to end. Up until that point, she had started to make a life for herself away from being a hero. She had started a relationship with her reformed nemesis, Sherlock Frankenstein, a Dr. Savannah XP, and she had settled into a mundane life, ready to live out the rest of her days, happy with the person she loves. But all of that was lost to her, and she was eternally trapped in the form of a young girl. Now, the series does go on, and we do find out what happened to all these heroes and why they're stuck in this town. And I will give a minor spoiler that while Gail doesn't get to go back to the life she once was living, she does get something of a happy ending. And she deserves it. She was a hero for a long time. I mean, Gail is my favorite character in the book. And while I've enjoyed the newer stories set in the same universe, I really like Gail. The fact that it is an older woman who transforms into a superpowered child is actually a fun reversal on the classic Captain Marvel dynamic. One that we're seeing echoed over at Big Bang Comics with Thunder Girl in their new stories. But next time, I want to talk about a superhero who had adulthood thrust upon her in a really awful way. But until then, stay super, man. Hey, this is the part of the video where I thank you for watching and ask that you do all the YouTube stuff. Liking, subscribing, leaving comments, these all help the channel grow, and I would very much appreciate that. If you like this content, you should check out the podcast that goes along with it, Men of Steel. You can find it at certainpov.com or on any of the usual podcast platforms. And if podcasts aren't really your thing, we've got clips available up here on our YouTube channel with animated heads and slides. So check those out if you are curious about it, or like I said, if you're just not really big on podcasts, but you do enjoy the kind of content we're putting out. Anyway, I hope you all have a happy holidays. I'll be back next week, and I just really hope you have a great week.